Good evening and welcome to Stratford High School for Marywood Conference South girls matchup tonight between the Edgar Wildcats and the Stratford Tigers. Along with Caleb Jacoby, I am Dan Leonard, and we thank you for joining us tonight on Zaleski Sports. Well, the Edgar Wildcats come into tonight's game with a 4-1 overall record and are 1-1 in the Marywood South. Edgar is coached by their first-year head coach, Nicole Nowak, and are coming off a win last Friday night at home over Rib Lake by a score of 47-34. The Wildcats were led in scoring in that game by Michaela Workus, who tossed in 21 points and also had 12 rebounds. Emery Borkart was also in double figures with 10 in that game. Edgar trailed in that game at halftime by 4 points at 20-16, but outscored Rib Lake 31-14 in the second half to win by 13. Edgar's only loss on the season thus far has been to conference favorite, the Assumption Royals. Meanwhile, the Stratford Tigers, who are coached by Tammy Christofferson, are just 2-1 on the young season and 1-0 in the Marywood South Conference. On Friday night, Stratford defeated Prentice by a score of 53-32 and outscored the Buccaneers in the second half 29-12 to pull away for that victory. The Tigers were led in scoring by their three guards, who combined to score 34 points on the night. Carly Pankratz off the bench scored 15, including 3 for 4 from beyond the three-point line, and starters Kayla Casperson and Lainey Pankratz added 9 points. Tria Tubbs had 9 rebounds in that game as the Tigers dominated the glass against a much smaller Prentice Buccaneer ball club. We're going to take a quick timeout, get a word from our tonight's game sponsors. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at these two games as we get ready for tonight's kickoff.
At Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
All right, we're back here live at Stratford High School getting ready for tonight's tip-off, Marywood Conference South basketball. Edgar, as we mentioned earlier, comes in tonight's action with a 4-1 record. They defeated Gilman in the first game of the season, non-conference, then defeated Marathon before getting clobbered by Assumption, and now they've bounced back with 2 wins at Spencer, and then last Friday night they defeated Rib Lake. Stratford, meanwhile, had their first game of the season rescheduled due to the state football championship that was played that night against Auburndale. They won their first game against Marathon and then lost to a very good Poinet ball club before defeating Prentice last week 53-32. Just about ready here for the national anthem, so we'll take a minute and listen to that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hi, I'm Malachi from Northside Computers and Cellular. We are currently offering a great savings of 2 phone lines for $50, and it includes unlimited talk, text, and data. Stop down at Northside Computers and Cellular, 907 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, to see how you can save on your internet, cable, and phone bills. We have the best providers under one roof.
2 phone lines, $50. Get mobile, internet, and television all under one roof. Northside Computer and Cellular of Marshfield.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
All right, we're back live here at Stratford High School. Conclusion of the national anthem, getting ready for the player introductions. Edgar comes into the game at 4-1 overall record, averaging 41.4 points per game, giving up 41 also. Shooting 34% from the floor, 58% from the free throw line, and 25% from the three-point arc. Their starters tonight, a 5'3" senior, averaging 2.4, Taylor Lemmer. At the other guard, number 2, Milana Kaler, senior, 5'6", averaging 3.4. At forward, number 5, Michaela Workus, their leading scorer at 15.2, senior, 5'6". Forward, Macy Yonker, senior, averaging 3.4, another 5'6". And at forward, 5'6" senior, averaging 5.4, Morgan Streveler. As mentioned earlier, the Wildcats are coached by first-year head coach Nicole Nowak. And now the starting lineup for the Stratford Tigers. Tigers are averaging 48.7 points per game while giving up 41. At guard, 5'4" junior, averaging 11 points a game, Kayla Casperson. At the other guard, junior, 5'5", averaging 4.3, Lainey Pankratz. At forward, 5'5", senior, averaging 6 points a game, Saylor Kaufman. At forward, senior, 5'7", averaging 4 points a game, Ashley Hollitz. And at forward, a 5'11" sophomore, averaging 9 points a game, is Tria Tubbs. Tigers are coached by Tammy Christofferson. Tigers are shooting 28% from the floor, 56% from the free throw line, and 28% from field goal beyond the arc three-point shots. Just about set for opening tip-off here tonight. Be Tria Tubbs in the circle, going against Milano Kaler.
Tubbs definitely with the height advantage on this jump ball.
Edgar's not very tall across their whole starting lineup when you take a look at them. Tip control by the Tigers. Ashley Hollitz gives it over to Lainey Pankratz, brings it across midcourt line. Tigers set up their offense. Here's a quick pass inside to Kaufman. Back out to Casperson. Looks underneath, and we have a bad pass stolen away by the Wildcats. Streveler takes it away. Wildcats come up into the front court. Here's Workus. Back to Streveler.
Yeah, Workus really likes to work down low in the post typically. She can hit the three, but she really likes to work down low in the post there.
Here's the pass inside to Streveler. She goes up with a shot and good. Morgan Streveler with the first 2 points of the night puts the Wildcats on the board at 2-0. Just underway here at Stratford High School. Here's a pass down to Tubbs. takes it to the basket, goes up strong, misses the shot. Hollis with the rebound. The putback is no good, and the rebound off Tubbs' hands and out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Tigers did a good job of breaking the press. Tubbs got a chance for a breakaway, but Wildcats got back in time, and Tubbs missed the shot. Wildcats bringing up Kaler. Hands it off to Yonker. Workus. Lemmer playing catch around the perimeter. Looking inside for a cutter, nothing there. Tigers in their man-to-man defense. Tigers do a good job of sloughing off the ball. Kaufman with the interception. Gives it up to Hollis. Ashley into the front court. Quickly gets it to Casperson. Her shot's up. Off the board, no good. Pankratz with the rebound. Back to Kaufman. Long outside shot, no good. Rebound control this time by Michaela Workus. Gives it up to Lemmer. On the wing, it's Yonker. Wildcats once again passing it around the perimeter. Looking for the cutter, nothing there. Swing it back to the other side. Lemmer. Yonker. Back to Workus. Wildcats patient on offense. Now look inside, and the pass was intercepted and stolen away by Tria Tubbs. Takes it down into the front court. Kicks it back outside to Laney Pankratz. Laney over to Trio. Cutter through the lane. It's Hollis. Pass is knocked away almost. And we're going to have a foul call, our first foul in the night.
Yeah, that's going to go on Kohler.
Her first personal, first team foul. We've played 2 minutes, 21 seconds, and Edgar leads 2-0. Pass deflected on the inbounds, out of bounds. Stratford basketball. Comes into Kaufman, back to Pankratz. Takes it to the hole, and we're going to have a reach-in foul. Foul this time was on Yonker. Her first personal foul. Going to the free throw line for the Tigers. Be Laney Pankratz. Here's the first free throw up and good.
The point's been tough to come by so far here in this one. That might be the kind of game we have. A lot of these Marywood games can be defensive battles sometimes.
Second one off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Workus. Wildcats quickly up into the front court. Lemmer. Workus. Kaler. Wildcats pushing it around the perimeter, side to side, looking for the cutter, not from there. Stratford in their man-to-man defense. Here's the drive on the baseline. Kick out to the corner. Drive inside, nothing there. Picked up by Strebler. Now inside to Workus. He goes up with the shot and good. Michaela Workus with her first two of the night puts the Wildcats on top, 4-1.
Yeah, that's where Workus likes to work here this season. You can see with her points per game that you mentioned earlier, she's the leading scorer for this team. That's really where she likes to do most of her work there, is down low in the post.
Casperson working around the perimeter. Gives it to Ashley Howitz. Tubbs cuts through the lane, nothing there. Ashley takes it to basket. Kick out to Kaufman for three. Straight on in their first three-pointer tonight for the Tigers.
And Kaufman is an interesting player for this Stratford team. We've obviously seen Stratford a few times this year, and she's had a couple of nice plays this year. She had a really tough and one last game, and wouldn't be shocked to see her get a little bit more scoring opportunities there for this team.
Three-point shot ties it at 4. Now we have a reach-in foul on the other end against the Tigers. Falls on Sailor Kaufman. Her first personal, first team foul. Be Wildcats basketball underneath their own hoop. 14-16 remaining here in the opening half. Dan Leonard along with Caleb Jacoby. Pass comes inbounds to Lemmer. Once again inside to Workus. Nothing there this time. Kicks it back outside. Big good battle between Workus and Ashley Hollidge. Ashley works hard on defense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that matchup kind of plays out here tonight. Again, that's a tough assignment for Hollitz, the leading scorer for the Edgar Wildcats tonight.
Sailor Kaufman quickly picks up her second personal foul. Quickly into the game for the Tigers. Freshman Carly Pankratz. who scored 15 points and led the Tigers last Friday night, including 3 for 4 from the three-point line.
Yeah, she was our Highlight House player of the game last week. I know you were trying to save freshman for later, but she didn't really give you a choice last week, Dan, with how well she shot the ball.
She did. Did a nice job coming in early. Likewise, last week when Ashley Hollis got 2 quick personal fouls.
Yeah.
Here's a pass inside, and we got a jump ball. The possession will be kept by the Wildcats underneath their own basket. Inbounding it for the Wildcats is Yonker. Looking inside, nothing there. Now gives it up to Streveler. Stolen away by Tubbs.
She's had a couple of steals already. Does Tubbs.
Carly into the front court, gives it up to Casperson. She goes to the hole. Shot is blocked by Workus. Tried to save it in bounds and threw it across the out of bounds line. It'll be Stratford basketball.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk with Coach Nowak after that the Edgar win over Spencer, and talked about, Michaela Workus. She's the lone returning starter for this Edgar team this year. A lot of new faces. Workus, one of the constants on this team.
Tigers with the ball. Here's Casperson back to Tubbs. Looking for Cutter, nothing there. Gives it up to Laney. Laney loses control of the ball. Picked up by Workus. To Lemmer and Wildcats quickly across the court. Into their offense. Looking inside, but there's nothing there. Playing catcher on the perimeter. Tigers in their good sloughing man-to-man defense. Sometimes it looks like a zone, but it's just because they're sloughing so far off their man on the weak side. Here's Lemmer working against Pankratz. Back to Yonker on the top. Pass down in the corner, this time to Kaler. Pass inside and knocked away and stolen by the Tigers. Here's Kayla Casperson on a breakout. Goes up for a layup. Missed the shot. Rebound controlled by Streveler. Tigers quickly back on defense as Workus was back there almost by herself for a few seconds.
Yeah, it was a great job by Kohler there in transition to contest that breakaway lay-in from Casperson.
Here's the missed shot by Workus. Rebound controlled by the Tigers. Quickly into the front court. Casperson back to Hollitz. Casperson working it around the top of the key. Over to Carly. Hollitz. Tigers doing a lot of pick and roll. Nothing there. Casperson working. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Tigers. Coach Christopherson doesn't see the way things are progressing. It's going to quick timeout. We'll keep it here for a couple sponsors. Take it away, Cale.
Yeah, let's hear from our friends over at Buccaneer. Buccaneer Supper Club. The Buccaneer of Roselleville is ready to welcome you to Supper Club life. The Buccaneer has nightly specials including Fish Fry Friday and Prime Rib Saturday. Visit the Buccaneer and enjoy the area's best fresh salad bar, a large drink menu, and tasty desserts. Veterans and first responders qualified to get your discount at the Buccaneer in Roselleville. And Stratford Sign. Choose Stratford Sign Company for design, manufacture, installation, and service of all your signage needs. Get world-class vehicle graphics and total sign solutions at Stratford Sign. Zaleski Sports gets all of its signage at Stratford Sign, and you should too. Stratford Sign Company, made in the USA since 1955.
All right, thanks, Cale. Back to live action, Tiger basketball. Ashley Hollitz gives it up to Carly. Cut her through the lane to her sister. Laney up, shot off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Michaela Workus. Wildcats into the front court. Lemmer with the ball. Gives it up to Emery Borkart now into the game for the Wildcats. Cross-court pass over to Mellenberger.
Yeah, Borkart's kind of that other player on this Edgar team you look at that can put up a couple of points, or can get on a little bit of a scoring run there outside of Workus that we've seen this year at least.
Here's a drive to the basket and up. Shot is up and good by Kaler. Making it Edgar 6, Stratford 4. 10:55 remaining in the opening quarter. Here's a pass to Laney Pankratz, and we have a foul called against Lemmer. That's Taylor's first personal, third team foul against the Wildcats. Into the lineup for the Tigers, 5'6" sophomore, Michaela Stieber, averaging 1.7 points per game. Carly gives it up to Stieber, cutter through the lane, nothing there. Takes it to the low lane, nothing there, kicks back outside. Here's the pass to Emily Zilke now into the game for the Tigers, a 6'2" sophomore. Starting to come around pretty good for the Tigers off the bench. Here's the attempted steal by the Wildcats, Rickus. Tigers retain the ball to Stieber, outside shot, off the rim and no good. Rebound off the hands of Burkhardt and out of bounds. It'll be Stratford basketball. Wildcats lead 6-4 with 10:22 remaining here in the first half. Here's the inbounds pass to Zilke. Looking underneath for a cutter, nothing there. Gives it back. Here's an outside shot. Off the back of the rim, no good by Carly Pankratz. Tigers control the rebound. Pass almost stolen away. Hollitz goes strong to the rim. No good. Rebound controlled by Mellenberger.
Yeah, Pankratz was hitting those threes against Prentice last week.
A little bit better defense tonight here by the Wildcats.
Yep.
Here's a pass inside to Workus, working against Hollitz, and it's knocked away and stolen by the Tigers. Quickly into the front court is Carly. Kicks it back outside to Laney. Nothing there. Ashley Hollitz gives it up to Carly. Back to Ashley Hollitz. Looking for cutters, nothing there.
Pankratz had a pretty good look if she wanted that three, but...
Here's Zilke going strong to the hole. Shots up, a little off balance and a little contact. No good. Rebound controlled by the Wildcats. Here's the pass into the front court to Kaler. Kicks it back to Mellenberger. Wildcats looking for the cutter, nothing there. 6-4 Wildcats lead, just about 9 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Wildcats with a 6-4 lead. Burkhardt holding it, nothing there. Drives against Zilke, off her foot and out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball.
And this has felt like a Marywood South Conference game so far. A lot of times when these Marywood teams play, it's low scoring, it's grinded out games where you really pay attention to both teams and how they play defensively. And 6-4 halfway through the first half seems to be what we're in for here tonight.
Refs are letting them play a little bit tonight. I like that. A little bit of contact sometimes, but not calling the ticky-tacky stuff. Here's the drive to the basket. Shots up, no good. Controlled by the Tigers. Cassidy Downey into the game for the Tigers, a 5'10" junior. Tigers have a definite height advantage right now with both Zilke and Downey in the game. Working against their half-court trap. Here's a pass to Downey. Back outside to Stieber. Stieber in the corner to Zilke. That's a travel, and it'll be a turnover against the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a clear and obvious one that time.
Here's Tria Tubbs back into the lineup for Emily Zilke.
And Tubbs, Dan Ross called the Stratford's first game against Marathon, and she had a big game in that game. Been a little bit less aggressive offensively than we saw in that Marathon game. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe she gets a little bit more aggressive there in the post. Hasn't gotten a lot of open looks, though.
Wildcat basketball. Here's a pass into Mellenberger. And once again, Tria Tubbs with a steal.
3 steals tonight for her, though.
Laney brings it across the timeline. Gives it to her sister, Carly. Here's a nice pick and roll to Tubbs. Called it just like you saw it. Took it to the hole. She put up her shot, but was fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
That made me look smarter than I probably am on that one. Going right to her as soon as. Sometimes the announcers have the announcers jinx, but sometimes it works out for the players when you do that.
Foul called against Mellenberger. That's her first personal and the 4th team foul. Tria Tubbs to the line shooting 2. Here's the first one up, straight through. Good looking free throw by Tria Tubbs.
And I like that pick and roll. I'm a sucker for a good pick and roll offense personally. If you can run it well, you got the ball handlers to do it and post players to score inside. That's tough to defend if you space the floor well.
Second free throw up, straight through. Tigers back and even at 6-6 with the Wildcats. Into the front court, setting up the offense. Mellenberger into the corner. Tries to drive to the basket. Shots up and blocked by Stieber. Tigers control. On the bust out, Carly, back to Laney. Laney with a three-pointer from beyond the arc. Good. Laney Pankratz with her first three-pointer of the night. 4th point on the evening puts the Tigers ahead 9-6 with 7:30 remaining here in the opening half. Here's a pass inside. Nice cross-court pass. And we're going to have a foul called against the Tigers.
And
It's on Laney Pankratz.
Stratford's got a few players that can shoot that three. Both Pankratzes. Casperson can hit the three a little bit as well.
Stieber.
Yeah, Stieber as well. Got some players that can stretch the floor a little bit.
Tigers with their third personal foul. Third team foul, excuse me. Here's the pass in the corner to Mellenberger. Back outside to Halverson, now into the game for the Wildcats. Gives it up to Yonker. Drives to the baseline, nothing there. Kicks it back outside to Borkart. Pass in the corner and out of bounds. Turnover against the Wildcats.
Yeah, and right now for Edgar, without that lone returning starter from a season ago, their leading scorer, Michaela Workus, out there. Coach, I think just trying to figure out and find, which players out here are going to be some of those type of offensive scores for them when Workus is on the bench or even when she's out on the floor. I think that's kind of what they're in a work in progress of so far this year.
There's a pass by Stever ahead against the Prince. To Downing over her head and out of bounds. It's a turnover back to Edgar. Turnover by the Tigers. Wildcat basketball. Borkart brings it back up. Yonker dribbles to the baseline, nothing there. Kind of tied up there, and we're going to have a reach-in foul against the Tigers. It's going to be on Carly Pankratz.
And Dan, you have the stats in front of you there. Who is the second leading scorer for the Wildcats this year?
Strevler.
Strevler, okay.
5.4. They're all pretty even.
Yep.
After Works is 15.2. Here's the inbound pass into Lemmer. Almost knocked away. Gives it up to Yonker. Dribbles to that baseline. She's all left-handed. Kick back outside to Borkart. Strevler. Wildcats playing catcher on the top of the key. Looking inside for Workus when they can.
Howitz is doing a great job in there.
Here's the drive to the basket. Shots up and good by Morgan Strevler.
Yeah, right on cue again. Bring up their second leading scorer this year. She puts up an and one right off the bat.
Tria Tubbs with her first personal foul. 5th team foul against the Tigers.
Yeah, I think you got to give Ashley Howitz a lot of credit for how she's defended Michaela Workus so far tonight. What does Workus have, 2 points so far?
Yes. Here's the free throw up and good by Morgan Strevler, the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. Ties the ball game back at 9. Tigers are having a little problems breaking the half-court trap of the Wildcats.
Yeah, stuff to do. Not every single team can. It's an art in itself. It's a skill in itself to be able to break that pressure, especially with a relatively.
Here's a pass back to Stieber, a long three-pointer. Good. Michaela Stieber with her first three-pointer of the night puts the Tigers back on top at 12-9.
Yeah, that feels like where Stratford's going to have the advantage tonight. That outside shooting, even though they do have the size advantage as well, actually. At least with Tria Tubbs and Emily Zulke.
Wildcats playing catch around the perimeter against the Tigers man-to-man. Here's Lemmer, drives to the baseline, kicks it back outside to Borkart. Cross court, nothing there. Cut her down the lane, nothing there. Kicks it back outside to Borkart. Gives it inside to Workus. Here's a shot from the baseline, off the back of the rim, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Lemmer, and it'll be Stratford basketball.
Yeah, Hollis is doing a really nice job just cutting off Workus' drives. Again, I was at that Spencer Edgar game. I think Workus had nearly 20 points in that game, and she's got good footwork in there. Not easy to defend, but again, Hollis is doing a really nice job here tonight.
Tigers breaking the press. Here's the pass ahead to Tubbs, off her hand. Another turnover against the Tigers. Wildcats into the front court. Here's Stratford. Nothing there. Back to Lemmer. Looking for the cutter inside. Dribbles off her foot. Tipped away by the Tigers and out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball. 4:47 remaining here in the first half. Stratford 12, Edgar 9. Merritt Conference South girls basketball. Here's Yonker. Gives it up to Lemmer. Over to Stratford. Tried to hit a cutter coming through the lane was Yonker. Knocked away and stolen by the Tigers. Casperson trying to bring it up. And now we got a turnover against Kayla Casperson. Back into the game for the Tigers is Laney Pankratz, replacing Stieber. Be Wildcat ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, Edgar's they're really trying to get the ball into Workus in the post, but Hollis is.
Three-point shot from the corner is good by Emery Borkart.
Yeah, Borkart can shoot. She's shown that this year. She's probably might be the best shooter on this Wildcats team, at least from three-point range.
Back to Casperson on the top. Gives it up to Carly. Carly working to the free throw line, extended jump shot, no good. Off the rim, rebound controlled by Borkart. Tipped out of bounds, it'll be Wildcat basketball.
Just going to be interested to see here again. Workus trying to get the ball in the post. Hollis doing a nice job the first time, but then Workus kind of, she's not really trying to get position again there in the post. And you see she's trying to post up there, but that's not really the angle for it. And there it is.
Right on cue. Pass into Workus. Shot turns and shots up. No good. Deflected out of bounds. Stratford basketball.
And that shot, if you're Edgar, that's a shot you'll take every single time down the court. Workus with a little jump hook off the glass. He'll take that and just expect her to make that on future attempts.
That was one of the better shots she's gotten inside.
Maybe the best shot. Yeah, maybe the best look she's had all night.
Tigers working against the Wildcat pressure. Here's the pass ahead to Tria Tubbs. Takes it to the hole, but she dribbles it off her own foot and out of bounds. It'll be turnover Stratford, Wildcat basketball. (12-12) with 3:25 remaining here in the first half. Dan Leonard along with Caleb Jacoby, Merritt Conference girls basketball. Here's a pass inside, deflected by Howitz.
Yeah, that's not the angle for that pass from the top of the key. You're going to want to swing that to the left wing, try to get that ball in there.
Here's Lemmer working against Casperson. Takes it to the hole, goes up with the shot, and good. Taylor Lemmer with her first 2 points of the night. Puts Edgar up back on top, and a steal by Lemmer. Goes in the shot, off balance. Shot's no good. Tigers on the breakout. Here's Carly into the front court.
Yeah, I think she was expecting a foul there, but none there.
Here's Laney working against Tigers pick and roll. Here's Casperson, pick and roll with Tubbs. Nice pick and roll. Good job. And inside, we're going to have a foul call, I believe, on Workus. Looked like it might have been a clean block up above, but it might have got her with the body.
Looks like he called it on the arm.
Tria Tubbs going back to the line for two throws. This is the first one up. Now 3 for 3 at the line thus far the evening. Back into the lineup for Stratford is Michaela Stieber replacing Casperson.
Those free throws, I think, going to be extra important tonight in a game where, even more than any other, I think every point's going to count. They're going to be tough to come by tonight.
This time it's off the rim, rolls around, and just about touches every part of the rim and falls through. 4 for 4 at the line for Tria Tubbs. Ties the game back up at 14. Here's Mellenberger. Cross-court pass to Kaler. Takes it down underneath. Lost control of it. Stolen by Ashley Hollitz. Gives it up to Laney. Pankratz brings it across into the front court. Stieber to the free throw line. Pops. Jump shot. No good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Be Wildcat basketball. 2:05 remaining here in the first half. Quickly paced first half. Not a lot of fouls.
Yeah, that shot didn't go in for Stever there, but she's got a good-looking jump shot for him, though. It looks good.
Here's Borkart. Wildcats playing catch across the top. Here's a cutter through the lane. Nothing there. Was Mellenberger. Now they're looking inside to Workus. She's working hard against Hollitz. Now there's 4 Tigers around her. Back to Lemmer for a three-pointer. Off the iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Stever.
That's how Edgar wants to play, though. Get it into the post and then work your offense off of that.
Here's the pass to Carly. Stops, pops an outside shot, no good. Tubbs with the offensive rebound. Back to Stever. Shot from the baseline is no good. This rebound goes over the other side. Controlled by Carly. Gives it back to Laney. Carly did a free throw line, kicks it back to Stever. Gives it up to Laney. Pick and roll with Tubbs, nothing there. Laney takes it to the no good. Hollis with the rebound, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Borkart. It'll be Stratford basketball. Wide open shot there for Ashley Hollis. It couldn't fall.
Yeah, a lot of good looks and a lot of chances at it. And they're going to get another chance out of the inbound.
Here's the pass inbounds to Tubbs. Underneath the basket, goes up, misses it, gets her own rebound. Going up strong again, and this time she gets it to go. Tria Tubbs working hard underneath.
Yep.
6 points in the first half for Tria, puts the Tigers back on top, 16-14.
Props to Stratford for getting those rebounds, but if you're Edgar, you can't expect to get a stop defensively when you give up 6 offensive rebounds. It's going to be tough to do.
Wildcats working the ball around the perimeter, looking for the cutter. Now we got a timeout called by Coach Nowak with 48.2. We're going to go to a quick commercial. You're listening to Zaleski Basketball.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
All right, we're back here at Stratford High School. Dan Leonard, Cale Jacoby. Edgar with a quick 30-second timeout. We have 48.2 remaining here in the first half. Stratford with a 16-14 lead. Pretty quickly moving first half. Each team with 5 team fouls. No player with more than 2, and that'd be the Tigers' Kaufman, who got him early and hasn't seen the floor since. Here's the pass knocked away and stolen by the Tigers.
That's Tubbs' 4th steal of the game.
Tigers lose it on a turnover. Picked up by Borkart. Wildcats into the front court. Here's the pass inside to Workus, working against Hollitz. Up and good. That time she got positioned and took it to the hole with her right hand.
Yeah, and if you're an Edgar fan, that's what you're used to seeing from Michaela Workus in the post. That's a tough finish, but like you said, she got good position, was able to use that drop step and go to the rim and score it, I think, with the left hand off the glass.
That's Ashley's first personal foul of the night. Workus with 4 points now. Her free throws up and around, no good. Tigers control. 16-16 with 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Laney into the front court, gives it up to Stever. Looking inside to Tubbs, nothing there. Back to Carly. Clock now down to 10 seconds. Stever gives pick and roll to Tubbs. Nice shot, and he goes up with the shot and fouled. Good pick and roll. Foul on the shot.
Tubbs is having a really nice first half. She's got 6 points. She's got 4 steals also, and now back to the free throw line, try to give them the lead.
Tria back to the free throw line, shooting 2. First one's up and good.
Has not missed a free throw yet tonight.
5 for 5 here in the first half.
I think I might have sold her short. Does she have 7 or 9 right now?
7.
She has 7? All right.
Here's the second one up, straight through. 6 for 6 at the line, 8 points for Tria in the first half. Quickly across the timeline with 1 second. Here's the shot up, short. And at half, Stratford Tigers are going to go into the halftime with a 18-16 lead over the Edgar Wildcats. We'll take a quick timeout word from our sponsors. You're listening to Marywood Conference South Girls Basketball here on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
All right, we're back here at Stratford High School. Halftime score, Stratford Tigers 18, Edgar Wildcats 16. We'll take a quick look at first half statistics. First of all, for the Wildcats, they were led in scoring the first half by Morgan Strevler. 2 field goals, 1 for 1 at the free throw line for 5 points. Michaela Workus, 2 two-point baskets for 4 points. A 3-pointer by Emery Borkhardt, and 2 points each for Taylor Lemmer and Milana Kaler. Total Wildcats 16. They were 1 for 2 at the free throw line in the first half. For the Stratford Tigers, they were led by Tria Tubbs. Tria was 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 1 2-point basket, 8 points at halftime. Lainey Pankratz, a 3-pointer and 1 for 2 at the free throw line for 4 points, and 3 points each for Saylor Kaufman with a 3-pointer and Michaela Stieber with a 3-pointer for a total of 18. The Stratford Tigers in the first half were 7 for 8 from the free throw line, most of those by Tria Tubbs, who, of course, was 6 for 6. Pretty much a defensive battle here the first half. Tigers trying to control the inside game of Michaela Workus. Done a pretty good job against her. She was averaging 15.2. And in the first half was controlled to 4 points. Going to turn it over to Cale for a couple minutes, get our halftime sponsors in. Take it away, Cale.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. We're going to hear from our friends over at Clemmy Sales. Clemmy Sales, find your next vehicle with the help from your neighbors in Stratford. Clemmy Sales. Deal with a familiar and friendly face at Clemmy and get your next new vehicle before winter moves in. Speaking of winter, get your current ride Wisconsin winter ready at Clemmy with an oil change, snow tires, and more today. See the entire inventory and make a service appointment at ClemmySales.com. Clemmy Sales, Stratford's hometown sales and service experts, and Structures Unlimited. Structures Unlimited LLC is Wisconsin's premier provider of the world's leading steel-framed, fabric-covered buildings. As your local building experts, Structures Unlimited is committed to offer the best possible products and service to our new and loyal customers, delivering building solutions to help your business grow. Find a full range of tension fabric buildings from big to absolutely massive at Structures Unlimited and structuresunlimited.com. spectrumbenefitsolutions.com. And Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with businesses of any size to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Now we're going to hear from our friends over at the Sports Den after this on Zaleski Sports.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net. Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, Dan Leonard, Cale Jacoby back here at Stratford High School. Halftime score. The Stratford Tigers 18, Edgar Wildcats 16. Taking a look at both teams' upcoming schedule. Edgar will travel to Prentice to make the long road trip this Friday night. Crossover game, Marewood South versus the North. For a 5:30, must be a boys and girls doubleheader that night at Prentice between Edgar and Prentice. Next Thursday evening, Edgar will host the Auburndale Apaches. And then they'll take off. Actually, they have another game, a non-conference game against Mosinee before Christmas, and then there'll be a break time there during the holidays. Stratford Tigers, meanwhile, they will travel to Athens for their crossover game this Friday night. Don't believe it's a doubleheader because the boys are playing at Athens tonight. Then next Monday night, Zaleski Sports will be at Spencer High School for a non-conference game between Stratford and the Spencer Rockets. Thursday night, Stratford will be back home for a Marewood Conference South game against Newman Catholic. Then on Monday the 18th, Stratford will host Loyal Greyhounds here at Stratford High School. We'll be back for that game. And then another non-conference game before Christmas. Tigers will travel to Crandon on a Tuesday night. And then one more game before the holidays. They'll take on the conference favorite Assumption Royals on Thursday, December 21st at Assumption.
Yeah, Assumption, the conference favorites, to say the least, I think. That's probably going to be it. And before we get into the second half, you just told me during the break the Stratford football team ate how many pounds of chicken wings was it last night?
42 pounds last night.
42 pounds of chicken wings for the Stratford Tigers. Maybe that's the secret. That's the secret to winning state championships back-to-back years. You got to eat that chicken. Eat those chicken wings. Anybody else? Any other football teams listening out there? That's the secret. That's a secret. Actually, both these
Todd
teams.
Schilling, or the owner, says, I'll be foolish if I'll make that bet again next year.
Yeah. You don't want to bet against Stratford to win the state tournament for football, because you said, the owner bet them that if they won the state tournament, they get free wings, right? That's what you said the bet was?
That's what the deal was.
They should have made – the Edgar Wildcats should have stopped in there and made a similar bet, because actually we had both these teams tonight. We had football state champs this year here in the Marewood South.
Only 10 miles apart.
Yeah.
Two state championship football teams that close. Of course, they've been both powers in Central Wisconsin football for several years.
Oh, absolutely. They're technically not in the same conference anymore, but they are. They're the Marywood. They're the Marywood. Marywood won't exist next year, but to most people, I think that have been around, those are Marywood rivals right there, Stratford and Edgar. Even in football.
Kind of a shame that they don't get to play as conference.
You can blame the Central Wisconsin conferences for that. I think the problem was those Central Wisconsin conferences. No offense to the fans of those teams, but they've been pretty weak conferences in years past. Outside of Amherst on Yellow Scandinavia, they're always really good, but I think they tried to balance that out a little bit and get a little bit more balanced competition over there, which I understand.
Now we got more change next year in the conferences.
Yes, we do.
Marathon coming back in. Colby will be joining the CWC next year.
And real quick, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout Central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home.
All right, Tigers basketball. Thank you, Kale. Start the second half. Casperson brings it across, back into Kaufman, who's back into the game. Tubbs inside, shot up, no good. Ashley Hollis with the offensive rebound attempt, off her hands and out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball. I think that's about the shot the Tigers want right there from Tria.
Yeah, I think so.
She was just caught that time trying to figure out what she wanted to use, the backboard or shoot it straight in, and shot it in the crotch and didn't work.
I think you're right. But that, again, as you said, that's a shot Coach Christofferson will take every single time down.
It's the Wildcats working into the front court. Into the corners, Lemmer. Back outside, looking inside to Workus. Working hard against Hollitz. Ashley doing a good job trying to keep it away. Cut through the lane, nothing there again. Over to Strevler. Strevler looks inside. This time, Hollitz is going to get caught with a personal foul reaching across her body.
Yeah, and that's one where when you're in position, position-wise, you're behind the offensive player. You don't want to go for the reach. That's going to get called every time. You got to be kind of half and half, one hand in front to try to get those steals.
Second personal foul on Hollitz. First team foul in the second half for the Tigers. Here's Lemmer working against Laney. Pankratz back out to the top of the key. Wildcats working once again. She's looking inside. Nice job that time. Forces the pass, but a wide open on the backside is Lemmer for the layup. Her fourth point of the night. Ties it back up here at 18.
Yeah, pretty balanced scoring-wise tonight here for Edgar.
Here's the pass into the front court to Kaufman. Looks to the corner and kicks it back outside to Laney. Tigers set up their offense. Casperson. Pick and roll with Hollitz. Nothing there. Casperson goes up with the shot. Kind of calling offensive ball.
Wow.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, that was a little surprising to me on that one. Again, referee's got a better view than us, I guess, but that one was pretty close. That was a close call.
First personal on Kayla. Second team foul in the second half against the Tigers.
Maybe it was sometimes you get that call when the elbows come up. Maybe the elbows got the defender in the face there, and sometimes they'll call a charge when that happens.
Wildcats get it inside to Workus, working against Hollitz. Pass on the backside again to a wide open player. This time it was Strevler. She's fouled on the play against Laney Pankratz, her second. And the Tigers with 3 quick team fouls to start the second half.
Yeah, that was some really good interior post play there from Edgar. Done that a couple of times already this half, but Workus gets the ball. You know the defense's attention going to be on her. That help defender comes and she finds Strevler on the weak side, and she'll go to the line.
Kayla Casperson has to come to the bench as she's bleeding from the mouth. First free throw up by Halverson is good. Strevler. She's up to 6 points on the night. Here's her next free throw. That's good also. 3 for 3 at the free throw line for Morgan Strevler. Wildcats back on top, 20-18. Here's Laney. Gives it up to Saylor. Into the front court to Carly. Back to Saylor. Tigers working it around the top of the key. Looking for a cutter, but there's nothing there inside. Trying to post up Tria Tubbs. She finally gets it inside. Kicks it back outside to Kaufman.
That was good defense by Strevler in there.
Turning it around, jump shot. And we have a foul on a loose ball against the Wildcats' Yonker.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there. That's one that Coach Christofferson would probably rather not have. Post or kind of a fadeaway deep 2.
Here's the inbounds pass to Tubbs. Tries to force it underneath. And a turnover against the Tigers. Quickly into the front court. Here's Stratford trying to go backdoor with it. Stolen away by Kaufman.
Yeah,
Turnover Wildcats.
Trying to get that low post play going, a couple of posts down there again, but again, that time it just wasn't there.
Now we have a foul against the Wildcats. Yonker. That's going to be her third personal. Back into the lineup for the Wildcats is Emery Burkhart, replacing Yonker with the third foul. Tigers basketball underneath their own hoop. Here's an inbounds to a wide open. Kaufman goes up and scores. Sailor Kaufman.
Yeah, that's one where your inbounds play just works exactly how you draw it up, and you get a shot like that.
Wildcats working it around the perimeter. Gets it inside to Workus. Kicks it back outside to Kaler. Inside to Workus. When she can turn left, she's tough. Stolen away, knocked away by Howitz. Now we're going to have a reach in. Foul called against Workus.
Yeah, I think Workus was upset that she wasn't able to get that pass through, and sometimes when you turn it over like that, you try to get the ball back instantly, and usually winds up a foul.
That's Michaela's second personal foul. Third team foul. Both teams with 3 now.
Again, that pass was there, though. It worked again. When Workus gets it in the post, she had a cutter going back door there. It was open. Just a good defensive play there by Howitz and Kaufman, I think it was, to deflect that pass.
Tigers just beat the 10-second to get it into the front court. Here's the pick and roll this time with Howitz. Nothing there. Do it to the other side of the floor. Pass inside to Tubbs. Tria held it over her head. Now we're going to have a jump ball. Jump ball. And it'll be Edgar basketball. I think the Edgar fans thought it was going to be a foul against the Wildcats, but it was just a jump ball. Tria put it above her head and right into the defender.
Yeah, fans aren't always going to be happy with the calls against their teams. That's to be expected. Looked like a fine call, though.
I like the way Workus works her body in the inside, but Ashley Howitz is doing a good job of getting an arm around in front of her.
Yeah,
There's a good battle going on in there.
Yeah, and I think the Wildcat guards, so there's going to be a foul there.
Looks like it's going to be on Kaufman. That's going to be her third.
But I think those Wildcat guards, they did a good job to end the first half of this, but I think they could do a better job of dribbling around to that left wing to get a better angle to pass it into Workus. Right now they're kind of just holding it at the top of the key. That's not really the angle to get it in to your post player.
Here's the inbounds pass to Lemmer. She goes up with the shot, and she's going to be fouled by Laney Pankratz. That's her third personal. Tigers starting to get in a little bit of foul trouble.
Again, sometimes in high school basketball you can just get – you're trying to get into the post. Those guards forget they have their dribble. You know, they're holding the ball there trying to get it in, and they forget, hey, you can just dribble over here, and you got a lot better angle at it. But
Taylor Lemmer's first free throw was off the back iron. No good. Score tied 20-20. Second one up. That one's off the back of the rim. Tria Tubbs goes up and gets the rebound.
Yeah, that's been an advantage for Stratford so far, is at the free throw line here tonight.
Here's McSteber now back into the game for the Tigers. Gives it to Ashley Howitz. She steps out of bounds. Turnover Stratford. Back into the lineup for the Wildcats is Chloe Mellenberger, replacing Morgan Strevler.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Wildcats on offense again. I said it last possession. When Workus posting up, get it out to your wing player here. She's got a lot better angle to get her the ball in the post, or at least dribble over. Howitz is doing a nice job, but again, right here, you dribble over, but she's in a weird spot to post up there. But Howitz is doing a nice job.
Here's the drive to the basket, no good by Burkhart. Rebound comes down to Pankratz. She loses control of it, stolen away by the Wildcats. Burkhart brings it into the front court, gives it up to Lemmer. Two cutters going through the lane. Now they're looking into Workus, working against Ashley Howitz once again.
It's just really not the spot to post up.
That's an offensive foul against Kaler.
Good defense by Kaufman that time.
Excellent defense, moving her feet. She wasn't set, but she had her body where it needed to be.
Absolutely.
2020 all dotted up here with 12:56 remaining. Dan Leonard along with Cale Jacoby here at Stratford High School. Here's Casperson now back into the game. To Hollitz. Pass deflected and knocked out of bounds by Workus. It'll be Stratford basketball. Stieber to inbounds for the Tigers. Gives it in the corner to Downey. Pass is out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats.
I looked for the referee. Was thinking about it for a second on if that one was deflected or not. I think it was the right call, though. I don't think it was.
12:40 remaining. It scores 20-20 in a defensive battle here. Not really a lot of shots being taken.
Yeah, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but, Workus, you see her. She's trying to post up at the high post there. That if you can get her down on the block there, she's just not really moving down to the low block. That's really the best spot to be to post up. You don't really have much help defense coming from there, but she's
good defense by the Tigers. Stieber. Now Tigers steal the ball. Tria Tubbs. The initial defense was caused by the Tigers. Hollitz deflecting the inbounds pass. Stieber deflecting the inbounds pass to Workus. Tigers with the basketball in the front court. Here's Casperson working the pick and roll with Tubbs. Here's the long outside shot by Stieber. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound off the hands of Downey and out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Back into the lineup, Macy Yonker replacing Kaler. And Lemmers also comes out of the game. Here's Borkart. Dribbles to the baseline. He's going to take it all the way to the hole. Nice defensive block by Emily Zilke at 6'2".
That's a tough shot with Zilke in there.
Now 5'5" against 6'2". All she did was put her arms up. Now we're going to have a foul against the Wildcats. That's Michaela Workus' third personal foul.
I like the idea, though, on that drive there for Edgar. Trying to go baseline, force some help defense, get some open teammates somewhere.
Here's Casperson, loses control, knocked to the floor. Wildcats pick up the ball. Pass ahead to Brandy Halverson into the game for the Wildcats now.
Had a layup there.
She takes it to the rim anyway.
Missed the cutter, Macy Yonker.
Halverson back to Workus. She's going to go all left. Nice job by Hollitz once again. Doing a good job getting her body in position.
Yeah, Workus, when she gets it right on that short corner, that's really where you want to go to work as a post player, and she's just really not doing it right now. Again, Hollitz doing a nice job.
Here's the three-point shot off the suspension, out of bounds. It'll be Stratford basketball. They have to take that shot because otherwise they're not going to get any shots.
Yeah, not a horrible shot. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I think they could be doing a little bit better job positioning Workus to get the ball in the post.
Here's Stieber from the corner. Downey from the corner for a three-point shot. That's good.
And we talked about the three-point shooting for Stratford. Didn't even mention Downey.
No.
And she just hit one.
Here's a drive to the basket, high off the rebound, off the board, no good. Rebound controlled by Downey. And we have another foul against the Wildcats. That's Borkart, her first personal. Wildcats now with 6 team fouls.
And bonus the rest of the way.
10 minutes remaining in tonight's game. Stratford 23, Edgar 20. Tigers working against the Edgar half-court trap. Here's Downey. Passes, loses it, taken away by Borkart. Downey tips it from behind, out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat ball underneath their own basket. Tria Tubbs back into the Tiger lineup, replacing Downey. Here's working on the inbounds. Pass comes inside to Streveler's shot against Tubbs was deflected, and Tigers take it away. Tough defense, both teams. Here's a pick and roll. Hollitz and Zilke. Gives it up to Carly. Back to Casperson. Now the Tigers going to take a timeout. We'll give it back to Kale for some more sponsors. You're listening to Merritt Conference Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Need a new mattress? All Furniture in downtown Marshfield has mattresses, and you can save like never before. We have stacks of mattresses, save big on factory liquidations and closeouts, one-of-a-kind items, and mismatched fabrics. Save on special purchases and rollback pricing on two-sided flippable mattresses. Discounts on adjustable bases and even clearance pricing on floor models.
The furniture people for good home furnishings. Mall furniture where value is yours.
It's simple, but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, Dan Leonard, Cale Jacoby back here at Stratford High School, 9:27 remaining. Stratford with a 23-20 lead. Big win by the Badgers tonight over Michigan State, at Michigan State. 70-57, my sources tell me. And the Bucks lead at the end of the beginning of the third quarter, 77-72 in the NBA tournament. Now we're going to have an over and back violation against the Tigers on the inbounds play. Turnover against Stratford gives the ball back to the Wildcats.
And it has been well played defensively tonight, but I think definitely some areas offensively that could be cleaned up a little bit both sides as well. But again, both these teams are pretty new teams this year. I think still trying to work out some of those offensive kinks, trying to figure out how they want to play.
Yeah, Stratford with 5 new starters this year.
Edgar's got four new starters as well. So
some girls that played a lot of minutes last year, but not as starters.
Yep. So both these teams kind of in similar spots in terms of that. Edgar's got Workus, the lone returning starter.
Here's a pass underneath.
That's a good offensive possession there. That's a good shot.
Losing control, but Tigers come out of there with the basketball. Here's a break ahead pass to Tubbs, out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats.
The Buccaneer of Rosellville is ready to welcome you to Supper Club Life. The Buccaneer has nightly specials including Fish Fry Friday and Prime Rib Saturday. Visit the Buccaneer Supper Club and enjoy the area's best fresh salad bar, a large drink menu, and tasty desserts. Veterans and first responders qualify to get your discount at the Buccaneer in Rosellville.
Just watching the battle while you were doing the commercial between Hollitz and Workus underneath. Both of them working really hard.
Yeah, that's been the matchup to watch so far tonight. Hollitz, I think, has overall gotten the better of that matchup.
Now she just called with a personal. That's her third. Both teams now with 6 team fouls. Back into the lineup for the Tigers.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but if you're trying to pick a Stratford player of the game, it might be Hollitz, just for her defense here tonight.
And her rebounding.
Yeah, and her rebounding.
Here's the inbounds pass, stolen away by the Tigers. Tigers are going big right now. Hollitz, Tubbs, and Zilke all into the game. Laney gives it up to Ashley. Looking inside, nothing there. Tigers running their motion offense. Trying to post up inside. Laney gives it back to Tubbs. Back to Zilke. Tigers running their motion. Edgar doing a good job on the pick and rolls. Tigers really don't have any offensive shooters right now, outside shooters. Tubbs goes straight to the hole, shots up, and we're going to have a foul against the Wildcats. hard to the hole.
Yeah, and Edgar fan's not happy about that, but
that's Michaela Workus' 4th personal foul.
Yeah, that's big.
Back to the free throw line is Tria Tubbs.
And I think Coach Nowak's going to sub her out here and try to save her for probably the final 3 or 4 minutes.
Here's Tubbs' first free throw up and good.
That's my guess.
Tubbs now 7 for 7 at the free throw line, 9 points.
Yeah, that's. And again, I talk about Hollis, but yeah, Tubbs offensively, she's got 4 steals too tonight, so you got a few to choose from as Stratford's able to close this out.
Here's the second free throw by Tubbs. That's up and good also. 8 for 8 for their line.
Not easy to do. You don't see that often. A perfect night from the free throw line, not in high school basketball.
Tigers as a team 9 for 10. Wildcat basketball trailing by 5 at 25-20 with 7.5 minutes remaining.
Again,
here's the steal taken away by Carly. Excuse me, Kale.
No problem.
Back to Tubbs. She goes strong to the hole. Layup no good. Gets her own rebound. Trying to work her way back up. She loses control, but off the hands of a Wildcat. Beats Stratford ball.
Yeah, Tubbs is just battling down in the low post right now for every single rebound, getting steals. She's had a heck of a game.
Here's the inbounds pass to Downey. Cross-court pass, knocked away and stolen by the Wildcats.
And where does Edgar go for their offense here? Workus on the bench. I think that's
Here's
the
Yonker.
question.
Loses that at bounce, but off the hands of Tria Tubbs. I think Coach Nowak's trying to figure the same thing out.
Yeah. I mean, it's been pretty balanced so far tonight. I think Workus only has 4 points tonight, and a lot of Edgar Wildcats have 4 points. So it's a balance tonight, but again, that's really the catalyst for them offensively is Workus.
Streveler is the leading scorer with 7, so yep. Not a lot of points being scored when there's only 20 on the board.
That is right.
Here's a cross-court pass to Kaler. Gives it back to Lemmer. In the corner to Yonker. Double teamed, knocked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Stratford basketball. Coach Nowak was going to take a timeout to help her girl out on offense, but lost control of the ball. Turnover against the Wildcats. Tigers with a 5-point lead, 6.5. Now another deflection and a steal.
Yeah, Edgar bringing that full court pressure now.
Rebound, nobody went after. Wildcats get the ball. Now stolen away by Tria Tubbs.
Another good look for Edgar.
Tria ahead to Downey. Stops in the corner, nothing there. She wanted to shoot it. Gives it back to Stieber. And that's going to be a travel.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think Stieber's got a point there to be confused about that. Usually if you land on 2 feet, they'll give you that.
It didn't look right because it was a big step.
Yeah, it was. But that's kind of that hop step move that some players go with. Usually, as long as you land on both feet at or around the same time, they'll usually let that go. But maybe the referee saw a 1-2.
6:05 remaining. Stratford clinging to a 5-point, 25-20 lead. Workus back into the game for the Wildcats.
Yeah,
here's the pass inside, knocked away, and stolen. And now we're going to have a timeout called by the Tigers. With that timeout, we'll take a message from our sponsors.
Yeah, let's hear from the folks over at Stratford Sign again. Choose Stratford Sign Company for design, manufacture, installation, and service of all your signage needs. Get world-class vehicle graphics and total sign solutions at Stratford Sign. Zaleski Sports gets all of its signage at Stratford Sign, and you should too. Stratford Sign Company, made in the USA since 1995. And Clemmy Sales, find your next vehicle with the help from your neighbors in Stratford. Clemmy Sales, deal with a familiar and friendly face at Clemmy and get your next new vehicle before winter moves in. Speaking of winter, get your current ride Wisconsin winter ready at Clemmy with an oil change, snow tires, and more today. See the entire inventory and make a service appointment at ClemmySales.com. Clemmy Sales, Stratford's hometown sales and service experts.
I'd like to thank Kale for helping me out tonight with the commercial reads. fighting a little bit of a cold here, and I appreciate the 30 seconds of saving my throat.
Yeah, now, let's shout out all the sponsors here because, again, all of you out there, we have these games live and free for you on Zaleski Sports. That is all because of the sponsors you hear from, whether it's the commercials or the live reads we're doing here. That's all because of those great companies that support high school sports here in the state of Wisconsin.
Good job. Well said. Here's Stratford working the ball around the top key area. Pankratz looking for the cutter, gets it inside to Stieber. Loses control of the ball and goes out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. There hasn't been a point scored in a while.
Yeah, and Edgar, that last possession, they got it. They were trying to get it to Workus in the spot I've been talking about all game, right on that low post, and she was open down there. It's a lot easier to get open there than in the high post. So they had it. They had it there. It was just deflected. This Stratford team doing a nice job keeping their hands high and deflecting some of these passes. But Workus actually did get good post position that last drive, and that last time down, she had decent position there. If the wing is going to keep the ball here. So you got to keep the ball on that left wing. You can't swing it so quickly. You got to hold it and let that post player get position. And they're not really looking at Workus at all right now.
There is inside to Workus. Triple teamed. Loses control of it and stolen by Stieber.
Yeah, that's just great defense.
And a foul on the play against Kaler.
They got it to her down there, but again, these Tigers they have active hands defensively tonight.
Good job defensively by Michaela Stieber. Going to go to the free throw line for our first bonus of the night. So far on the season, Michaela's hasn't attempted any free throws. Here's their first one of the year, is up and good.
I mean, I don't think we can overemphasize the importance of free throw shooting tonight from Stratford. Or they miss one free throw and hit 10 or 11 of them?
10 for 11, yes.
Out of their 26 points.
There's a miss. Rebound controlled by Hollitz, kicks it back outside to Laney Pankratz, and the Tigers are going to run some time. Hollitz looking for the cutter, nothing there. Now back to Tubbs. Tubbs is going to take it to the hole, kicks it back out to Stewart. Probably not the shot you want. Off the rebound, off the rim, controlled by Hollitz. Going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Wildcats on the alternating possession arrow. Back into the lineup for the Tigers is Kayla Casperson. Streveler along with Yonker back into the lineup for the Wildcats. 4:21. Just 12 points scored in the whole second half.
Yeah, and with no shot clock, when you get down to 4 minutes in high school basketball, it gets pretty close to fouling time defensively if you're down by 6. This is a really important possession for Edgar, I think. To at least try to get this to a 2-score game.
Here's an outside shot by Streveler. She gets her own rebound, takes it to the basket, rolls around and rim, and no. Saved in bounds right to the Wildcats, and now this time Tubbs goes up and secures the rebound.
Yeah, if you're Coach Nowak there, you got 3 good looks at the basket. You got to be happy with that. Just couldn't knock him down.
A long three-pointer, no good by Carly Pankratz. Jump ball, Hollitz working underneath hard. This time it'll be Stratford basketball.
Yeah, and those are probably shots, you said it with Stieber's last 3, that you probably don't need right now, up by 6 with 3 minutes.
Now we'll have a timeout taken by the Wildcats. We'll go back to Kale for some more words from our sponsor.
Yeah, let's see from Structures Unlimited once again. Structures Unlimited LLC is Wisconsin's premier provider of the world's leading steel-framed, fabric-covered buildings. As your local building experts, Structures Unlimited is committed to offer the best possible products and service to our new and loyal customers, delivering building solutions to help your business grow. Find a full range of tension fabric buildings from big to absolutely massive at Structures Unlimited and structuresunlimited.com. And also, Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Stop Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. And Toyland is now open at Fleet Farm with their Price Match Plus guarantee. If you find a lower toy price, they'll beat it by 5%. You'll get the best price on a huge selection of toys at Fleet Farm. And real quick, get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com.
All right, Tigers basketball. Thank you, Kale. 3:35 remaining here. Tigers with a 6-point lead at 26-20. Tigers running a little weave action, trying to work inside, look inside, but working the clock a little bit. Here's Casperson losing control, taken away by Workus. Into the front court, she stops, almost looked for a three-pointer. Here's the Wildcats. Now they shoot a three off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Lainey Pankratz. She walks it up into the front court.
And if you're Stratford, really not in any rush here.
Tigers looking inside for the post up by Tubbs, but pass out of bounds by Casperson. Looked like it might have been deflected, but no call. Wildcat ball. 26-20.
Yeah, Edgar doing a nice job defensively. They keep giving themselves the basketball back. They really are getting good looks. They just got to knock them down right now.
Here's Kaler. Outside shot taken by the Wildcats. Strevler, no good. Tigers rebound Stieber. Gives it to Howitz.
That one not quite.
Now the coach calls a timeout. Coach Christopherson calls a timeout for the Tigers. With that timeout, we'll get a more word in from our sponsors. Take it away, Kale.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Also a reminder, coming up at the conclusion of this game will be your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com. And Daniel will be out on the court talking with a winning coach and a winning player. And right now, if Stratford's able to hold out, got a few different choices here for Stratford. A lot of good performance, especially on the defensive side.
This might be the first time we ever have a player of the game that doesn't have a point scored.
And that would be worthwhile, I think, if you're talking about Ashley Hollins.
That's what I'm talking about exactly.
Yeah. Again, when you hold a player that's averaging 16 points a game to 4 tonight, that's pretty good.
Tigers working against the Wildcat, full court pressure. Here's Carly Pankratz into the front court. Tries to get back to her sister. This time goes into corner to Tubbs. Now we're going to have a foul called, might be on Workus, and that's going to be 5 on Workus.
Yeah.
Her 5th personal foul. Kind of a frustration foul, I think. She's had to work hard for everything she's gotten tonight.
Yeah, and I think there too, 2 minutes left in the game, you're really trying to get the basketball at all costs too, defensively, and just trying to be aggressive there and get the basketball. Just a little over-aggressive, and how about another free throw for Tria Tubbs?
That's 9 for 9 at the line tonight for Tria Tubbs. Just 11 points, 1 2-point basket, and 9 for 9 at the line. Second one's up and good, 10 for 10. 28-20, 2:16 remaining in tonight's game. Stratford with an 8-point lead. Where do the Wildcats go for points now? Here's the pass stolen away by the Tigers. Lainey Pankratz brings it into the front court. Double teamed at the top. Gives it up to her sister, Carly.
And it is fouling time. If you're Stratford, just take care of the basketball and make Edgar foul you. That's
Ashley Howitz, Stieber. Pass inside to Tubbs. Turnaround jumper and going to go to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, Tubbs says I haven't had enough of going to the free throw line here. I'm feeling it. 10 for 10 right now. Let's just get 2 more right away.
Foul on Morgan Strevler. That's her first personal foul. Going to the line for 2, Tubbs. Her first one's up and good.
And I really think again, Tubbs was really aggressive on offense against Marathon that first game, not so much since. I think you might see Tubbs be a little more aggressive throughout this offensively for the Tigers, just with their post move and post ability.
She misses her second one. Wildcats lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be Stratford ball with 1:40 and a 9-point lead. 11 for 12, Tria is at the line. That's a double dribble. Here's a foul on a reach-in against Lemmer. Going to the free throw line for the Tigers will be Laney Pankratz.
Yeah, and free throw shooting not a given at the high school level, whether you're talking about girls or boys basketball. We've seen a lot of bad free throw shooting actually through these first couple of weeks of the season for boys and girls, and Pankratz knocks that down. But I think that's just props to Tubbs. She's hit 11 free throws, and they're up by 10 points in this game. I mean, if that doesn't illustrate the kind of difference that has had here in this game.
Here's the second one up. Good also. Laney's 3 for 4 at the line. 6 points. Tigers now with an 11-point lead with 1:30 remaining in tonight's game. Now we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Nowak from the Wildcats. We'll go to a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Zaleski Sports, Merritt Conference Girls Basketball.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
All right, back here at Stratford High School, minute and a half remaining. Stratford with a 31-20 lead. Wildcats looking for some quick points. Here's a long outside shot, off the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by the Tigers' Carly Pankratz. And she's going to be fouled by Borkart. Carly will go to the free throw line. Carly has not been to the free throw line yet this season. After scoring 15 off the bench last week, she's looking for her first point of the night. Here's the first one up. Rolls around the rim, no good.
And I have a quick stat for you, Dan, to bring up with this Stratford defense. Have not allowed a point since 16 minutes to go in this half.
Wow. Second one off the rim, no good. Wildcats with the rebound. That's amazing.
15 minutes. Pitching a shutout in 15 minutes.
Here's the drive to the basket. Shots up, and that one rolls around the rim. Tubbs with the rebound. Gives it to Stieber. Quickly into the front court. Back to Laney. Laney working against a triple team. Timeout called by Coach Christofferson. We'll go to a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Zaleski Sports, Merritt Conference South Girls Basketball.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Winter's coming fast, which means it's time to hit the trails. Bill's Service Center has all things you need to stay warm and dry on the trails this winter. With a full selection of jackets, bibs, helmets, boots, casual wear. And don't forget that Bill's is your chainsaw safety gear headquarters. Bill's Service Center is your one-stop connection for all your cold weather riding gear.
Don't freeze your jingle bells off. Get your cold weather riding gear at Bill's Service Center. Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
With Cale Jacoby, I'm Dan Leonard. We're back here at Stratford High School. 52.6 remaining. Stratford 31, Edgar 20. Stratford with the basketball. Gets it inbounds to Carly. Back to her sister Laney. Tigers working, try to run some clock off. Gives it up to Carly. Back to Laney. Over to Ashley Hollitz. In the corner to Stieber. Stieber drives to the basket. Shovel shot up, no good. Not sure why she was looking to score. Wildcats come down the court. Quickly to the hole. Shots up and good.
Ends a 16-minute scoring drought.
4 points the second half, all by Taylor Lemmer. Tigers with the basketball. 12 seconds remaining. Cross-court pass over to Carly. In the corner to Stieber. Back to Carly. Tigers are going to let it run out, and that's going to be our final score. Stratford 31, Edgar 22. What a ball game tonight. A lot of action with not a lot of points scored. Both teams played extremely hard defense tonight.
Yeah, really great defense the whole game, and I think we probably talk about that with Coach Christofferson and big free throws from Tria Tubbs. And we'll have our Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next. Dan's going to head out onto the court and grab our couple Highlight House players of the game and Coach Christofferson as well.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Cale Jacoby here on the mic, just waiting for Coach Christofferson, and we're going to have 2 Highlight House players of the game here tonight. It'll be Tria Tubbs and Ashley Hollitz. Tria Tubbs, really, for her performance at the free throw line. She also had 4 steals in this game. And then Ashley Hollitz, with her one-on-one defense against Michaela Workus here tonight, worth pointing out. So we're gonna be talking with, or Dan, I should say, is going to be down on the court. Talking with Coach Christofferson and Tria, along with our 2 Highlight House players of the game, Tria Tubbs and Ashley Hollitz here tonight. Again, this is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. Again, we're just waiting for Coach and Tria Tubbs and Ashley Hollitz to come out, and Dan will interview them. We'll hear from them here after this game as Stratford off to a really good start here this season. You know, again, Stratford and Edgar kind of in similar boats here this year as Stratford improves to 3-1. Edgar falls to 4-2. And now it looks like we're going to have Tria Tubbs and Ashley Hollitz down there on the floor. And in a moment here, we're going to send it down to Dan, as he's explaining how to do the in the house with 2 players, making sure we're all prepared down there. And we're going to see if Dan's ready to go down there. He's continuing to explain the in the house process here. Yep, they got it. We understand. We got it. We ready, Dan? Want to go? Yeah, we can go. Let's go. Oh, okay, Coach is there. All right, we got Coach. All right.
All right, we're back here at Stratford High School for the Nasonville Dairy postgame report. Coach, what a battle it was tonight, both ways.
Oh, it was not easy tonight. You know, it was definitely a battle. We struggled on the offensive end, and I said, but the good news is we have a very young team, and we gritted it out in the second half. Tria was outstanding from the free throw line, and she has struggled there a little bit, but not tonight. And, you know, we finally found a way just to dump in enough points. And defensively, I could not ask for more from my defenders tonight. We held a team to, I don't even know, in the 20s. And that is a tough thing to do. So very proud on the defensive end. We got to get back in the gym and work on a little offense.
15 minutes and 30-some seconds, Edgar went without scoring a point in the second half. What a job by the defense.
That's what I said. You know, we just said, you know, we have Ashley pulled over here tonight too, and like she is our defensive specialist, and we worked her to just about exhaustion, but I think she won that battle tonight, and she held one of the leading scorers in the conference to 4 points, and she had her fouled out, and she was still on the floor standing at the end of the game. So that's just an incredible effort. And like I said, Tria's led us with points, and she led us on the defensive end. So it was a all-around effort, but those 2 gave some outstanding efforts tonight.
And quite a job by your young guards handling the hard half-court pressure zone trap by the Wildcats.
Yeah, when we're patient, we handle it, right? When we get a little ahead of ourselves and try to get almost a little too fancy, the things went a little awry, but we were able to rein ourselves in and handle the ball and take care of it when we needed to. So like I said, it wasn't a pretty win, but we'll take it this early in the season.
A win is a win in the Marywood South.
A win is a win in the Marywood South. Thank
Congratulations, Coach. We look forward to seeing you down the road.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here with our co-players of the game. First of all, Ashley Hollitz, who the defensive star tonight, holding Edgar's leading scorer, Michaela Workus, to just 4 points. What a job working on all night long. You did quite a job on defense.
Thank you.
What's the key, just getting your body around in front of her and all those deflections?
Yeah, we knew she was left-handed. We knew to take away the left side, and we had help side coming from other places on her, and we knew I couldn't help off much, so we had lots of help side tonight, which was really good tonight.
I can never remember a defensive star of the game not scoring a single point on offense, but you definitely earned your job tonight as a defensive star.
Thank you.
Tria, only 13 points, but a big 11 for 12 at the free throw line.
Yeah, free throws are really important, so if we didn't make those, we wouldn't win. So I was happy I got those down.
Big battle inside tonight. Ashley was doing all the hard work. You ended up with 5 steals on the night. How do you attribute the job the Tigers did on defense tonight against their offense?
Defensively, we're a really good team, so us really stepping up to help them. Workus is a really good scorer, so when we stopped them, that was really big for us, especially since we're a young team.
And the guards had a lot of pressure against them against their half-court trap. But as young young players, they did a good job of controlling the ball for the most part.
Yeah, they did a really good job trying to break that press and trap, so I was really proud of them for that.
So the Tigers walk away with a 31-20 win tonight. Congratulations to both your girls, and we look forward to seeing you down the road. Now it's time to be in the house.
I'm Tria Tubbs.
And I'm Ashley Hollitz.
And we're in the house.
All right, good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that'll wrap it up here from Stratford High School. Once again, the final score, Stratford Tigers 31, the Edgar Wildcats 22. Tigers were led in scoring by Tria Tubbs with 13 points, 11 of those coming at the free throw line. Lainey Pankratz chipped in with 6 points. Sailor Coughlin, 5 points. Michaela Stever, 4 points. And Cassidy Downey, a 3-pointer for the Tigers, 31. The Wildcats were led by Morgan Streveler with 7. Taylor Lemmer with 6. Emery Borkart with 3. Michaela Workers, their 16 points per game score is held to 4. And Michaela Kohler with 2, final of 22. For Cale Jacoby, I thank him for chipping in tonight and helping me out while I'm battling a cold. This is Dan Leonard. We thank you for joining us here on Zaleski Sports. We'll see you again next week. Have a good weekend.